Today, drama down the garden. I do tend to catastrophise a little bit. We've got a little bit of this. Is she gonna fall? And a little bit of that. Is she gonna break her neck off the ladder? Am I bringing enough jeopardy to the episode? Oh, what a difference a few weeks makes. It's freezing. It's really cold. I've got a coat on and I'm a bit cold. So I'm going to get into doing stuff, keep warm. It's the last day of August and I'm a bit late to the party, maybe a bit 11th hour, with cutting my wisteria back so it can be less whippy. You've got to cut the whips off, apparently, in August, according to gardening experts, of which I'm not one. So anyway, I'm squeaking in the 11th hour to cut my whips off. But first of all, I'm going to thread more of the wisteria along the top of the summer house, okay? So we've got these kind of jutting out sticks, beams, joists, I don't know what they are, but they stick out the front, and a bit of wire, a bit of canny wiring in between them has enabled or encouraged the wisteria to grow along it, so to make a sort of porch topper, if you like, and also, you know, looking great in the spring when it flowers and the flowers can dangle down. That's the idea. I'm going for that kind of New Orleans look. Wisteria growing along with the flowers dangling down. Anyway, so Joey, can you leave that, please? No, that. Come here. Away. I've got the weirdest, on one side of the summer house, I've put the clematis, a winter flowering clematis, which is flowered in the summer. It's bucked the trend. It's done some weird stuff, this. All right, Joey, you can have that. Yeah, you can drink that. It's just drinking random buckets of rainwater. It's his favourite. Anyway, so the winter flowering clematis to the left of the summer house on the side is lovely. It's great. But it's weird. It looks kind of Jurassic in its... Do I mean that? Who knows? Old. In its trunk. It doesn't... It's like strands of wood almost. Strings of wood sort of combined together and clustered. It looks dead. It looks really dead. But atop it, there's like a fan shape of trellis. And on it is this green clematis. Let's call the whole thing off. Tomato, which has got beautiful big blousy white flowers on it, and yet it looks like it's coming from a dead thing. The point of telling you that is that Joey was eating the dead thing, because obviously it's nice, looks like a stick, doesn't it, to him? But I caught him, which is good. Right, he's been arrested and taken into the cells, and I am going to tackle the wisteria. So this is a ladder's job, you know, not being tall and that. So I'm just going to go up. I've got a sharp object in one hand and a slightly wobbly ladder situation underneath. And let's see what happens. No, leave them. Sorry. No. I took my gloves off, threw them down, and there we go. We get a Springer Spaniel bouncing over to collect them. No, they're not for you. I have to put them in my pocket. Right, okay. Let's see how this is going to work. See if we have to call the emergency ambulance. Yep, stable enough. Don't try this at home. So the sharp object I've got is probably unnecessary right now. It's hedge trimmers. So I'm going to put those down. Safety first or second, something like that. And then I'm going to try and grab some of these whips to make more of a... train the wisteria more over and under these wires. Now the problem I have slightly with it is that I do have to train it quite regularly because it's growing away from the sun. So its instinct is to grow to the way. But if I can just use its own growth to lace it in and out, I'll be winning. And then after that, I'll chop off. Oh no, I feel quite unsafe, I have to say. It doesn't help that it's slightly rainy as well. And slightly rainy. What's this doing? It's growing back on itself. That's the problem, because it wants to grow back towards the sunshine. Don't we all? Right. That's a good plump. So yeah, so the issue I have is that the steps on the ladder are slightly slippy. Am I bringing enough jeopardy to the episode? I hope so, because that's exciting, isn't it? Is she going to fall? Is she going to break her neck off the ladder? We don't know. Now, we've also got to get this tucked under, because the doors of the summer house open, and every time they catch the wisteria, they, whether it's wet or just flowery or just some leaves, kind of goes on your head. Well, that's no good, is it? So we need a nice tidy underneath. Who doesn't? Right, I think I'm all... Oh no, here we go. See, it's really good getting these lovely long whips. It's very satisfying. Just tucking them in, pushing them into the branches, and then just weaving them. Come on. Oh, you bugger. Also, to add to the jeopardy, I've put in my pocket some rose secateurs for such moments. Boing. I do tend to catastrophise a little bit, especially at the moment, and I wonder whether that's just a state of mind with the global pandemic and all of the issues associated with that. Of course, I tend to think everything's going to go horribly wrong, and it generally doesn't, does it? If we remember that. But yeah, I could do without doing this sort of mental gymnastics, which takes me to the worst point ever. So it's not very healthy, is it? It's a bit tiring, and the level of worry that I bring and verbalise, like the teenager just leaving the house to go and cross the road. Oh my God, she might never come back. I mean, I'm lucky. I catch myself on saying stuff like that, and I realise just maybe how ridiculous it is, but also, you know, she's kept coming back all these times. She's quite good at crossing the road. So, you know, it's that kind of thing you've got to get out of, haven't you? It's a habit. I want to get out of the habit. Anyway, gardening helps with that. Maybe not up a ladder. Catastrophising my own death. Right, I'm going to gently come down and move it along. So I'm happy with that. I've tidied up a bit underneath and just need to carry on. Go on, Joey, out of the way. Oh God, he's eating wisteria. Is it poisonous? Oh, there we go again. Oh my God, the dog's going to die as well. Come on, Joey, don't die. Anyway, so this week I've had a load of work on. Can you believe it? I mean, the nerve of some people. They ask you to do work, and then as a self-employed business owner, you say yes, and then all of a sudden you're busy. And I was enjoying a nice week away in Scotland, come back, straight into a whole load of heavy work. Now, you know what it's like when you come back from a holiday, right? Even if it's just a week, you know, you turn your back, don't you, on your garden, and you know that it will have grown a little bit while you've been away, but my God, it really does beef up, doesn't it? It's like the plants are suddenly getting closer to the house. Hi, we're here. We will always win. No matter how much cutting back. So the lawn was tall, you know, the plants had all overgrown, there were loads of deadheading to do. This wisteria job I have been putting off for all of August. A last minute Larry that I am. And so it was just, oh right, let's get out in the garden. But this work came in. Anyway, Tuesday lunchtime I popped out just to do a bit of quick deadheading, to enjoy the sunshine, to get away from the screen and the focus and all that. It's normal healthy behaviour of a lunchtime. Got called by the workplace. Oh, can we just have a chat while in between the sessions? Just need to iron out a few points. Yeah, okay. Let me back out in the garden. And since then I abandoned my post. I was doing some deadheading in the middle of the garden. I had my gloves on and my rose secateurs in my hand. I put them down and I didn't return again till today, which is Saturday. They've been out there taunting me while I've been into my screen and working remotely with people. It's been great, don't get me wrong. I'm not moaning really. I've just been a bit kind of, you know, you need a bit of balance, don't you? You need some balance. And then last night at the end of a long week, oops, I had a few too many shandies, shall we say, a few vinos. Oh, and it's 6 o'clock at night now. And I've only just come out because I've been so tired. Tired. Mummy's a bit tired, darling. I'm just going to lie here for a little bit longer, darling. That one. That old chestnut. Anyway, I feel great now. And I am enjoying, you know me, like a bit of clearing, a bit of tidying up. Okay. It's enough mucking about.